Now, today we will study the laws of chemical combination. Okay. Now, we have to study the five laws: one, two, three, four, and this is five. The first one is the law of conservation of mass. The law was given by the French chemist Lavoisier in the year 1774. The second one is the law of constant composition. It was given by the French chemist Proust in the year 1799. The third one is the law of multiple proportions given by John Dalton in the year 1804. The fourth one, law of reciprocal proportions given by German chemist Richter in the year 1792. And the last one is Gay-Lussac's law of combining. Gay-Lussac's law of combining volumes. The law was given by Gay-Lussac, a French chemist and physicist in the year 1808. Now, before studying the structure of atom, before studying the structure of atom, we should know the laws of chemical combination. Now, chemistry deals mainly with reactions. Reactions mean, for example, carbon reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Another reaction is calcium carbonate. When strongly heated, we will get calcium oxide. This is lime along with carbon dioxide. Now here in this equation, carbon and oxygen, they are the reactants. And carbon dioxide is the product. In the second equation, calcium carbonate is the reactant. And this calcium oxide along with carbon dioxide, they are the products. Now, today we will learn about the law of conservation of mass. Now, this law was given by a French chemist in the year 1774, and his name is Lavoisier. Now, moving on to the next page. Okay, just wait for some time. Now, what is basically the law of conservation of mass? Okay, the law of conservation of mass. Okay. Now, this law states during any physical or chemical change, during any physical or chemical change, during any physical or chemical change, the matter is neither created nor destroyed. However, it may change form from one form to the another. For example, carbon plus oxygen, we are getting carbon dioxide. Now, here, carbon, oxygen, they are the reactants. Carbon dioxide, it is the product. Now, during any physical or chemical change, the matter is neither created nor destroyed. However, it may change from one form to another. Now, carbon. Now, what is the atomic mass or atomic mass? Atomic mass of carbon is 12.01. So approximately we take 12 atomic mass of carbon. Okay. Now the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Now atomic mass of carbon is 12. We write 12 AMU. Now this AMU stands for atomic mass unit, and atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Now we write 16 AMU, that means atomic mass unit. Okay. Now carbon is 12 and oxygen is 16. Okay. So we have to find the total mass of the reactants and the total mass of the product. Okay. Now for that, we have to understand another thing, that is gram atomic mass. Now gram atomic mass. Now what is basically gram atomic mass? Now what is basically gram atomic mass? Now when we express the atomic mass in gram, when we express the atomic mass in gram, that is gram atomic mass. Okay. So carbon is 12 gram and oxygen is 16 gram. And what is the basic definition of this atomic mass? Atomic mass, that is equal to mass of one atom of an element divided by 1/12 of the mass of an atom of carbon 12. Okay. Now, basically, there are we have three isotopes of carbon. Uh, Now, what are basically isotopes? Isotopes, they are the atoms of the same element. All are carbon, having same atomic number, that is 6, but different mass number. One is 12, another one is 13, the third one is 14. Now, what we are considering here, we are considering this carbon, 6C12, this one. Okay. Now, in the left hand side, we have the reactants. In the right hand side, we have the product. So, carbon plus oxygen is carbon dioxide. Now, carbon is 12 gram. Now, this 12 gram of carbon, reacts with 16. 16 into 2. Oxygen is 16, so O2. Now, this is one atom of carbon. So, this is 12 gram. And this is one molecule of oxygen which contains two atoms of oxygen. So, it will be 16 into 2. That means 32 gram. So total 12 plus 32, we have 2 and 2, 4. That means 44 gram of the 44 gram of the reactants. So we have 44 gram of the reactants. And what about the product? So carbon we have 12 plus oxygen we have 16 multiplied by 2. So 12 plus 32. So this is also 44 gram of product. So this is basically conservation of mass. That means carbon reacts with oxygen. We are getting a new compound, that is carbon dioxide. But the total mass of the reactants, that is equal to the total mass of the product. So nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. So only the forms, that means in the left hand side we have carbon and oxygen, and in the right hand side we have carbon dioxide. Only the forms have changed. Now we can take another example. Okay, we can take another example. Let us take another example to prove this conservation of mass. For example, calcium carbonate. Now when heated, calcium carbonate, when heated, now what we are getting, we are getting calcium oxide, that is basically lime, along with carbon dioxide. Now calcium, now what is the atomic mass of calcium? The atomic mass of calcium is 40.08, but we can take approximately 40. Now atomic mass of carbon is 12.01. We can take it as 12. And the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So calcium carbonate will be, if I do the calculation, 40 plus of 12 plus of 16 multiplied by 3. That means 40, 12 and 48. So this is 100. So 100 gram. So 100 gram in the left hand side. That means reactants. Now what about the products? Now calcium oxide. So calcium is 40, oxygen is 16. So it is 56 gram, and carbon dioxide is, carbon is 12 plus, this is 16 multiplied by 2. So 12 plus 32. So 4 and 4. So this is 44 gram. Now, so we have 56 plus 44. That means 100 gram. Okay. So that means now left hand side we have 100 gram and right hand side we have 100 gram. So nothing is created, nothing is destroyed, only the forms are changing.